there's no change.
You had Professor Longhair perform there back in '79.
Yes.
And I'd read he had a style unto his own in every aspect, not just playing, just his personality, his vernacular,
Right.
everything. Did you get a chance to spend some time with him?
A little bit of time with him, you know, not a whole lot, but he had a nice personality. It was nice to deal with.
Yeah.
So.
He's in that book I gave you a copy of because he was.
Absolutely. Dr. John.
Dr. John was kind of his
I'm
protege.
I'm good friends with his daughter. His daughter has, she doesn't like to call it a museum. She calls it Memories, Professor Longhair House of Memories.
Yeah.
And she has events over there. We celebrated Dr. John's birthday one year there.
Wow.
And that was fun. We had Ricky Lee Jones was there.
Yeah.
Some of the Neville brothers, Deacon John. You know, it was like about 20, 30 people, top names in the business. They were all there.
Sure.
And it was very intimate and nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic. He was coming next. I was going to mention Dr. John because he was Professor Longhair's protege. I saw that Dr. John had played Jimmy's in '80, I think, 1980.
Right.
By that time, he was 25 years into his career, so I mean, he was really starting to become a big name artist. Do you recall how that night went?
It was, you know, quite successful, but he was one of the people that I targeted simply because I loved his music. His music was kind of like, I look at it now as the soundtrack to my life, okay?
Sure.
His music. Loved his music, and he's one of the people that I really wanted in Jimmy's, and I didn't overpay him, but yet I paid him enough where we made money off the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he played a few times. I remember some of the things I had to do when he played there. I had to get someone to drive him around like a limo. Not a limo, I just rented a Cadillac and had a friend of mine, Jerry Brock. In fact, he's the guy that created WWOZ Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd do a little part-time work like that. So I had him as the chauffeur for Dr. John.
Nice. That's funny. I keep mentioning the book. I really enjoyed it so much, but in this biography of Mac Rebennack, Under a Hoodoo Moon, it describes a breakdown in the ecosystem that existed between the city and live music venues in the 70s. Apparently there was some friction caused by the DA's office, and it started kind of manifesting itself by breaking down the relationships that these venues had with the people that sustained them. Not just the crowd, but people working the street and people in their area. Have there been times in your career where laws or ordinances made doing business difficult for you?
So there was things that happened. I remember I would hire New Orleans police on big nights to work details, okay? Mm-hmm. And then I never had really much trouble. Maybe that helped keep the trouble off. I mean, and then I think they had a new police chief came around and he stopped that. And he said, no, we don't want that. They cannot play ABOs, alcoholic beverage outlets, okay? Because it might corrupt them.
Okay.
And I thought that was stupid. I mean, why would I hire, if I was doing something illegal as a club owner,
sure,
or drugs or something, why would I hire a policeman?
Yeah.
You could see all of that.
That's a good point.
And I had to hire other security, didn't work out as well. There was a couple incidents, but you know, I don't want to really talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
For the most part, it was amicable.
Sometimes they would give me a rough time because of sound.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might be too loud.
Sound ordinance.
And of course, I didn't like it when they changed the drinking age from 18 to 21.
I remember that.
Yeah, that made it really difficult, and I've always been opposed to that. And I was with a group of club owners that were lobbying against that. You know, we always said, if you're old enough to die for your country, you're old enough to have a beer.
That's right.
You know, it was horrible, you know, so
yeah,
we had to be really strict about it. And it kind of cut into my business a little bit, you know.
Sure.
So I didn't
you make the best of it,
like
huh?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I didn't like about it just gave, if the police wanted to, they could probably bust any club at the time, maybe having somebody that wasn't 21.
Sure.
You know?
That wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't easy.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me there's no